Platform party Jolly Mugisha KYOMUGASHO was announced dead yesterday evening at Amagara Regional Referral Hospital, and it is said that she died at the age of 61. Let's take a look.
The National Unity Platform party leadership announced yesterday evening that the Deputy President for Western Region for the same party, National Unity Platform, Jolly Mugisha KYOMUGASHO, died at Amagara Regional Referral Hospital. KYOMUGASHO died yesterday evening at Amagara Regional Referral Hospital, where she had been admitted in a coma for several weeks, according to the party president, Robert Kyagulanyi. Last month, Mugisha was admitted to the intensive care unit ICU at the Regional Referral Hospital in critical conditions, and yesterday was announced dead following her treatment.
My name is KYOMUGASHO Jolly Mugisha. KYOMUGASHO being my first name, a beautiful name that was given to me before I was baptized. When I was baptized, I was given the name of Jolly, which I take as my middle name, and then Mugisha comes in after I got married, a culture which we adopted from the English who colonized us and taught us religion and so on. I was born in a village called Buhanama in Itojo sub-county, currently in Intungamo district. I was the fourth both girl in line, my parents having had 3 other girls. And when I was born, you know, people were like, oh, another girl is born. But my father was like, you leave my girl alone, this one is going to be very useful. And they gave me that beautiful name of KYOMUGASHO. Now, I grew up, of course, with my siblings in the village, walking barefoot, you know, going to school, fetching firewood, fetching water, doing all the domestic village work, which you can imagine. Would wake up, you know, before going to school, a nearby primary school that had been established, would wake up in the morning, first work a bit in the plantation, in the banana plantation, weed or even take out the goats, you know, sweep around, and then dress up as time went and run to school, of course, reaching school late.
A social worker by training and a politician by conviction, Jolly Mugisha KYOMUGASHO joined the National Unity Platform in July 2020 and was appointed to head the party in Western Uganda, the area which is home to the majority of leaders and founders of the ruling National Resistance Movement party, including the president himself.
Aza tuchameraho ubundi nangwa no kukubanga tukora kubi abandi tukobe mikono tugira tuwewe, so we are here turiho tukunga.
She also served as the vice chairperson of Uganda's National Consultative Forum for all registered political parties and organizations, where she was representing National Unity Platform. According to Westminster Foundation for Democracy, an executive non-departmental public body sponsored by the Foreign, the Commonwealth and Development Office, KYOMUGASHO's passion for social change against injustices started at an early age, inspired by the inherent patriarchal biases that defined her society, where she was the only one among the 6 sisters who went to school and completed education without being pulled out for marriage, free manual labor, discrimination, and other gender stereotypes that affected girl children at the time.
That is the kind of life that I grew up in. But then, of course, there were very many challenges with the little money. The incomes of our parents at the time was just normally from subsistence agriculture, where they would grow, you know, food crops and then, you know, eat some food consumption and then sell the surplus. There was, you know, life was not very easy, but anyhow, because of the Christian background I had talked about, I went through school and I even graduated from the university of the time.
As a top leader in the opposition politics and through holding several management-level positions, KYOMUGASHO's emphasis was on promoting unity, mobilizing more people for civic engagements, training the elected ones to become better legislators for better pro-people policies, and to offer leadership to her party and other opposition parties that are fighting for democracy, ruling of law, and good governance.
The kind of life I can talk about, it wasn't simple, but at the time, our country, Uganda, was still in progress, progressing slowly. And then the few people like me, especially girls who went through the education system, were able to be employed as soon as we left school. So I want to employ you young people to start learning your culture. Culture is the basis of our being. You are somebody because you are that person in that culture. When you are not in your culture, then you are somebody else. You are not that person. I am who I am because I am a Munyankore. And I am wherever I go, even if I'm in Britain, I'm in America, or wherever, I am a Munyankore. The very first thing I say is that I am a Munyankore, I am a Ugandan, and I want to identify with who I am. And that's what you people should strive to do, because that's what defines you. You have to know your mother tongue, because it is through your mother tongue that you'll be able to interpret even and learn other languages very quickly.
She was committed to making a positive change in people's lives in Uganda. The mother of three got married in 1985, but unfortunately, her husband passed on in 1992.
Abokuba olulimi lwaitu olunyankore olwo n'olulimi lulungi munonga wayenda ebyevugo, wayenda effumu z'olunyankore, wayenda ebigambo byona ebyokwegyesa ebirungi, ebigano bakaba tutaho batuganira through song bakorabo mu byevugo no mu byeshongoro n'ebyo byona. Mwena nimbashaba abaana baitu ngu mbyeje, and it will make you proud. Mwesime ahabw'okuba muzairwe muri abanyankore, mutambure mugende nk'abanyankore. Mwebari mukama barinde.
She was an evangelist, politician, student of theology, a counselor, and gender activist. Most people knew her as a community development worker. She once worked as a consultant with the Ministry of Finance doing gender budgeting in Karamoja sub-region.
So when omuntu oremirwe fees, oremirwe mubazo mwirwaro, otine services, obaresere parish development ibagamba na shentandwa nebindi akabura ngo yagumanitwa kubukwemwe mweno nyiri onyigizi wena ntumweta ngo ajatu atweyunjeho rero tubase kutwari hanga gito mesho ubwo tukwindura abwebembezi ahaboko ba Uganda is a democratic country. Uganda ne manisango abantu bona abanya-Uganda nga constitution yito kwe kugira umutanda power belongs to the people of Uganda.
She was left with nothing much when her husband passed on, but she successfully educated her children and they all became independent, successful adults. May her soul rest in eternal peace. Zasimwe, GNTV at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report.